Hello and welcome to episode 3 of chapter 9 interlude. We are about to hit the next stage of our dream-seeking journey, and Dreamseeker and Vita have a plan that we have just blindly trust. Not sure what I have to say about this. Feel a little bit uneasy. Is it really the last Dreamseeker journey? Where do we go, Vita? Hey, I remember this space. This was the space where we parted with Senadia, and we had like this memory bubbles visiting from here and there. You couldn't hear anything. Only numbers flashes through your mind. Usually, you would first hear their streets vendors' calls or some familiar whispers, but now it was too quiet. So quiet that it only brought anxiety.
我们为什么会到了数据之海？时空扭曲、坐标错位也是计划中的吗？
Why are we in the sea of data? Was temporal distortion and misaligned coordinates part of the Pearl Land too?
Vita， 果然不会这么顺利啊！
Yeah, nothing ever goes that smoothly.
看来你们已经预料到了这种情况。顺便，我真心建议你谨慎选择合作伙伴，寻梦者。
Looks like you saw this coming. By the way, I sincerely suggest you choose your partners carefully, Dreamseeker.
抱歉，刚才没有说出全部实情。现在，我可以告诉你们我所知的计划全貌了。
Sorry for not telling you everything earlier, but now I can dislocate the whole plan I know.
最后一次出击，这是什么意思？
Final mission? What is that supposed to mean?
还记得 Vita 把蕾耶拉的本体逼出来的那一次吗？ Vita 用她的天慧之眼在蕾耶拉身上留了个标记，悄悄骇入了系统。
Remember when Vita forced Layla true form out? She used her eyes of body to track Layla and hack into the system.
虽然很快被蕾耶拉察觉阻断，但 Vita 还是用得到的信息拼凑出了善区的大体构造。
Layla caught on fast and cut her off, but Vita still managed to use what she grabbed to piece together a rough map of the sector.
Vita 在出击系统上做了些手脚，用一种类似作弊指令的方式，临时解锁了全部善区的进入权限。而我们这次真正要前往的，就是最初的善区。
Oh? She then rigged the mission system, basically entering a cheat command to temporarily unlock access to all sectors. And where we are already hiding in the first sector.
继续按照蕾耶拉的剧本，老老实实闯关，只会被他牵着鼻子走，可能还会遇到上次那样的危险。不如主打一个出其不意，是这个意思吗？
If we keep playing by Layla's rules and clearing stages in order, we are just letting her control the game. And we all saw how dangerous that got last time. Better to hit her when she least expected, right?
跳关是吧？这个我说，我最擅长的就是在新手村卡地图 bug， 直接卡到最终决战魔王城去。
Level skipping? Now that I know well, I used a bug out of their starter town and straight into their final Dark Lord's castle.
当然了，后来我被 Bronya 老师狠狠训了一顿，他说我是自 Kiana 老师以来第二个这么不做人的，害他和重装小兔修了1个星期的服务器。
Of course, Bronya Sensei tore into me afterwards, said I was the second biggest menace since Kiana Sensei. Took her and Project Bunny a full week to fix the servers.
不过，直接跳过这么多善区，不会出问题吗？
Still, skipping that many sectors, won't something go wrong?
对于时间逆流者来说， 选择哪个时间节点并不绝对，重要的是携带怎样的记忆前往，那即是塑形时间的关键。Vita 是这么说的。
For one who goes against time, the moment they chose matters less than the memories they carry. That's the real key to shaping time. That's how Vita put it.
如果能成功通关最初的战区，抵达洛星的历史根源，或许我们就能解开所有的谜团，唤醒提安娜。
If we can clear the first sector and reach the root of Loxing's history, maybe we can finally uncover the truth and even bring Kiana back.
我的家乡也能得到拯救。
And even save my home.
原来如此，这么冒险的计划，想要骗过量子计算机的最高权限者，就不能在行动前被他察觉。所以，确保大家不知情，才会是计划的一部分。
I get it now. With a plan this risky, we had to avoid prematurely alerting that one of the top-level access to the quantum computer. Therefore, keeping everyone else in the dark was part of the plan.
又被那个女人摆了一道啊！那现在呢？他人呢？
Nah. That woman played us again. So, where is she now?
Vita 说过，如果运气好，她没被蕾耶拉抓到，就能快速给我们指引最初的善区的方位。
Vita said if Layla didn't catch her, she would be able to guide us straight to the first sector.
看起来她这次运气不怎么样，我们只能自己找了，对吧？
Looks like luck wasn't on her side this time. We will have to find it ourselves.
这样的机会只有一次。Vita 说我们的时间不多了，但真正的原因她不肯告诉我。
We only get one shot at this. Vita told me time was running out, but not that Root isn't behind it.
说是时间不多，但 Vita 的说法是站在神明尺度的不多，所以其实对我们来说还算游刃有余。至少他是这么告诉我的。
Time is running out, but by divine standards, this means we still have latitude. Or at least, that's what she told me.
之后再找他算账。现在立场正在剧烈波动，要尽快离开。那个是……
We will deal with her later. Right now, this force field fluctuating violently, so we need to move fast. Is that?
显眼到可疑的裂缝，我们先朝那走吧，毕竟是视野里唯一的目标物。
Yeah, that crack is way too obvious. Definitely suspicious. Let's head that way. It is the only thing in sight.
你们看
Look. Let me get monsters. So, first sector, do you mean really Oxia? Wait. Langqiu, Central Hub. Of Eternal Night, Ruimu. Oxia! Oh my god, really? We're going back to Oxia?
欧夏，原来这就是真正意义上的第一善区。
Oxia. So this is the real Sector 1.
那个时候，我们还对隐灾的真相一无所知呢。
Back then, we didn't know a thing about the truth behind the Shadow Calamity.
那就多看一小会儿吧，毕竟我们或许不会再有机会去了。
Let's stay here a moment longer. We might not get another chance. You gaze around the sector. Time in Oxia has already frozen with your departure. Bashir was patrolling as usual, about to step into a puddle. Bordo still sat on the bench, heading his exclusive intel. Zhu Qian stood in front of the furniture store, his eyes betraying unrelenting fatigue. He was perhaps pondering how to pay off his 126 years mortgage. You also spotted Shangxue. She had candy in her hands as she led a lost little girl out through the door of the civic center. Her lips formed the word, "Don't be afraid." People from all walks of the life stood motionless on the streets, like memory fragments frozen in time. You once helped them escape the sea of data corruption, but that had merely been a simulated moment in time. Now, you wanted to change even more.
啊，现在拿起武器，身上就像有蚂蚁在爬。好想一开始就以超级红龙形态出击。
你该进修一下自己的起名品味了。
Yeah, Coral is bloodlusty. Wait, can we... Tower of Ruimu? Dawn had yet to break, but the tower was already visible. Ruimu, frozen in time, was like a legendary tale ending in ellipses. It was overflowing with agony, sorrow and regret. But you believed that if the next person who picked up the pen had hope, the next story would surely have a better ending. That girl who had tightly gripped the pendant had already proven this point to you through her actions. Langqiu. Amber Streets, okay. This path led to Langqiu. On this island of falsehood, Songqiu and Baiji still wore smiles on their faces, though one's hand was suspended in mid-air, while the other could see nothing but the sunset. You looked towards Amber Streets. At this moment, Savre, Telema, and Seraphim were still unaware of Songqiu's resurrection. Each of them were lost in their own thoughts, imagining a future without her. This was where you met the Seven Shoes. You have tested and guarded against each other of their impending disaster, and struggled through those perilous times together. Now, their amorphous face has vanished into nothingness, and the Wheel of Shadows has ceased to exist. Amidst the bustle and sounds of lava, heart that had once wandering in fear finally found their long-awaited peace. This was how Amber Streets should be, and beyond these busy streets, this unfinished dream-seeking journey still awaits your next step. So, really, first sector really means we are going back to Oxia, isn't it? Huh. I'm kind of happy. Sea of Rock? Weird, we are not here. This was a life you had never seen before. Massive rock walls spread their arms wide, embracing shadow descending from the sky. Clear streams flew from the crevice of those rocky cliffs into the sea. Cargo compartments switched past among the railway, endlessly waving through the stone flowers blossom. Yeah, why is here railway? A girl wearing a beret sat at the front of the cargo compartment. She waved her arms that had a plate tirelessly wrapped around it. She didn't seem bothered by it, as she hardly devoured what appeared to be a block of salt. Is this foreshadowing for one of the stages? Several girls who looked just like her timidly hid behind the rock wall. After seeing her leave, they took small hammer from their tool belts and began tapping the rock walls. As you look down into the center of the stone flowers pistil, you spotted a shadow creeping towards the ring to the rhythms of their steps. Yeah, there's still a lot of unvisited things. Like, for example, this one too. Heaven's Altar, Lishou. Why everything is named with L on Mars? Pointed houses were arranged haphazardly around a bottomless pit. Where is the house? Huh. A woman emerged from their whirlpool in the pit and approached the shore. It's not here on this picture, definitely. A thread extending from the bottom of the water was tied to her ankle, and fin-line wings adorned her elbows. More and more people swarmed ashore. Some carried seagull-like beings on their backs, while others held bamboo baskets filled with clouds. Like that woman, they were all guided by strange threads and grew wearing swimming fins. Children poured out of the houses, eagerly uploading the prey from the returning hunters. Even though their heaviest one was several times their size, they happily carried it to the round disc carved within the sun. What is this? You sensed that some force lurked in the pit, and existing similar to the pool of shadow. So this is the missing two words. Huh.
就是那里了。
What is that?
等等，有东西靠近。
Something is coming. I cannot unmove my camera to see behind me. Is it a monster? Yep, this is a monster.
来得真及时。
Just in time. This
坐标
is.
错位了，我们正在被传送到数据之海的另一侧。
Coordinates have shifted.
呵呵，既然如此，那就更应该。
But I really want to test out her new form.
速战速决。
Let's make this quick. I don't fight?
等等，克拉丽，
Wait, Coralie.
让克拉丽跟他好好玩玩吧。寻梦者，我们到旁边去。
Let Coralie have fun with it. Dreamseeker, let's step aside.
的确，1v1单挑，我最喜欢的打怪兽方式。
Yeah, classic one-on-one. My favorite kind of monster fighting.
我都忘记了，这家伙的正面是号称不可被攻破的存在。
Almost forgot. This thing is supposed to be unbeatable from the front.
当然，那是在遇到我之前。
Yeah, was unbeatable before it met me.
哇，嘿嘿，满血斩杀，这可是大魔王的标准配置。
Slain at full health. I did it like a proper Dark Lord. Okay, this was pretty cool. I don't know, much better than us just fighting.
喂，居然还有漏网之鱼。
Okay. Looks like I missed one.
在这儿呢。呀，来大闹一场吧！好，
I like this ability.
呼呼呼，这才好玩。哼，走你！
走这边。
This way. Okay, Haley is not in the team. Kind of. Wait. Isn't it back?
抓我啊！呦呦，
Or do we have just new pictures? Maybe we just have new pictures. Okay. Jihe. Green traces of Renascence. Okay, even more. A water wheel unhurriedly irrigates their terraced fields with a bucket full of shadows. Barefoot farmers rode plums-filled mice and wandered along their ridges. This was a scene that you had difficulty accepting. A straw-colored field mouse opened the small door of the water wheel. The girl on its back leaned down and started waving to someone inside. You caught a glimpse of furnished home within an old woman waving a straw raincoat. The old man has silver ear ornaments shaped like stalks of rice, and they look similar to the small pendant on the girl's forehead. The field mouse turned around as the girl slowly climbed down the ladder on its side. Then she untied the basket full of grain seedlings and set it aside. A dark purple fruit had been placed on the giants. The girls picked up the fruits and gave it to the little sniff. She then went into the house with the fruits clutched tightly in her hands. So we have rice, we have salt mine rock, we have bottomless pit, so it's like fish, stone, water, fish, stone. This is like earth. Oh, volcano? Hongyuan. I'm pretty sure if you know Chinese, you can guess what those regions are about. This place was embraced by rocks. A cable car rushed past and stopped in front of the shop on a cliff, from which several girls skipped out. They tossed down a dozen of saw coins, grabbed a bag of lion-shaped wooden carvings from the shop, and ran towards the steep stairs nearby. The winding stone steps, lined with lovely storefronts, led to the city and the mountain top. They seem to come from different regions. Their clothing, a jumbled mix, worn and tattered. Yet they keep waving eagerly, hoping the girl would stop to browse. A shopkeeper, a stall display of missing tools accidentally pull off a girl's cloak, then recoiled in fear. Beneath the cloth were exposed mechanical arms, with black gems embedded in their turning gears. Immediately, those arms emitted wisps of steam. You spotted strange markings on the girl's profile, identical to the patterns carved in the city's outer walls, both eminent traces of shadow. I don't know. Again, traces of shadow? I don't know what this is supposed to be. A sky city? Is it like wind?
抓我啊！
Tanxiang. I'm pretty sure that all of those regions are the regions that you can see in opening ceremony in from part 2. The sea of wheat bowed in the wind, revealing two young girls holding drills. One of them had goggles on and was contentedly cutting down an orange-red crystal before her. Yeah, right, there's crystals. I kinda did not saw it. As the fragments fell into their cylindrical storage container, the other girl crouched down and pressed her palms together in prayer. The fragments then transformed into what appears to be breadcrumbs and minced meat. I guess also a shadow creation. In the distant mountains, there were many such crystals, and people busily walked in pairs before each one. Every time a piece was ground off, a water-like fluid would spiral out from the grab, splashing onto the smooth surface of those people's boots. When you took another look, the crystal had restored itself to its initial state. You notice a distinct dark purple ring at the base of the crystal, as if they have been scorched by shadows. Even the edges of the mountain ridge shared this coloration. However, upon closer inspection, you realize it was a dark mass of shadow monster lurking behind. They seems to be barricaded by a barrier, even as they persistently try to intrude upon human territory. A lot of
这些战区中也有隐在的侵袭。
even those sectors have been hit by a shadow calamity.
雷拉，他
Layla,
原本是希望我通过这些战区获
what
得
is she
什
trying
么？
to show me through all of this? Snow sector, but first, Woods Caged Islands, Wuzhou. The floating island rose from a vortex, threads connecting it to the other islands that bore marks, forming a colossal half-visible net that loomed over this region. Clouds looked like they were stretched faintly across a grid, and down came drops of rain. A woman with a short pistol at her waist stood at the bow of a boat as she sailed towards the island with her fleet. She removed her hood, revealing the wet bandages on her neck. Then she picked up several large fish and threw them into the shadow cast on the sea by the floating island. The sea's surface instantly bubbled as the streaming shadow monsters emerged, causing the floating island about to waver. The shadow monsters gulped down the large fish before sinking back into the sea. The woman's stern expression relaxed, and she loosens her grip on her pistol. Suddenly, you sense something watching you. Was it those mountains? No, they looked more like skeletons of a giant beast. Layla. Snow region. I like this region. Oh, it looks very mysterious too with this shadow stuff. You caught sight of a strange area. Snowflakes did not fall from the sky. Instead, they rose from the frozen plain and transformed into countless stars in the night sky. Only a few shadow flakes fell back onto the frozen lake and filled a long, narrow crack on it. A tower-like structure resembling a divine spire was reflecting in the lake. Under the ice, people had built a vast city around the reflection. You spotted taverns, bridges, many other snow-covering buildings, and people bustling around. It was a stark contrast to the desolation on the city's surface. A group of people in white robes descended some stairs and approached the crack in the ice. Ripples surrounded them as they passed, but ice blocks up through the surface. Above the ice, dozens of shadow monsters swarmed out to the tower and eagerly received the ice blocks to repair the damaged divine spire. At this moment, a shadow monster dragged a young girl closer to the surface of the ice. It stabbed, causing a thin crack in the ice. You saw several globs of shadow dripping from the shadow monster's mouth. Well, okay, each sector has to deal with shadows. That's as much as we got. Can we fly? Cool, you have wings. We can do a double jump. I did not miss any regions. I do hope so.
在这儿呢。
Right? Nah.
抓我啊！
In case I miss, then okay. But pretty sure I did not miss any. Okay, that is a big
别分心，寻梦者，
focus,
让我玩。
Dreamseeker.
好，一个不留。
果然又
What
是这样， 让我来吧，克拉丽。
Here we go again. I will handle this one, Curly.
哎，这种程度的怪物，需要我们同时太极外挂吗？
我也不能
Do we really need to team up?
你先休息一下。
You should take a break.
挡不住。
God, can you please stop with this? Oh, almost forgot this mechanic exists. Oh, okay. So Molan, it's way more. It's too many new regions. It's a lot of new regions. There's no way we will visit them. It looks like church in the back. A tale of dilapidated gate, an Atlas desert, and a small puddle that resembles a pool of shadows. People emerge from their homes, each carrying an oil lantern. They sat around the puddle, removed their shawls, smoothed out their floating robes, and started chanting devoutly. Fireflies rested on the gates of a long procession of humans, and shadow monsters emerged. A long-haired woman led the way, followed by shadow monsters and warriors pulling dozens of empty carriages. Whenever they passed by the puddles of water, she would pause to look at them. Another group of people transporting stone bricks approached from the opposite direction. The two leaders exchanged strange hand gestures as they passed by each other. Suddenly, you notice a young girl at the back of the little, removing from the bell from her ankle. She then sneaked towards the gate, where the leader was not looking. She peeled off a pink petal from the stone wall, its edges still tinged with a dark purple shadow. For a split second, the pattern on the door flickering in the darkness. Volcano. I was waiting for this too. I remember this. It left a very strong expression in the cinematic of Asenadia's dance. As far as you could see, a tiny frozen lake was surrounded by countless volcanoes. A town was laid out like a spiderweb around the lake, and it was dotted with shops selling ice. However, a shop owner all appears to be shadow monsters of varying forms? The shop owners all appear to be shadow monsters of varying forms? Okay, I did not solve this one. There seems to be a festival ongoing, with everyone wearing bizarre masks. A girl carrying apples made her way through the bustling roads and traffic. It's always the girl, by the way. She keeps stepping on the long cape draping over her left shoulder, so she had to keep it off the ground by beating on it as she stumbles towards a small volcanic crater. A shadow monster stood at the volcano crater. With its extremely long arms, it stirred something in a magma while a long line of people waited behind it. When it was the girl's turn, the shadow monsters tossed all the apples she handled into the magma. Shortly after, it scooped out some gold and handed it to her. This world is the most interesting one. Only that did you notice the black marks on the girl's shoulder. When she received the gold, they became exceedingly prominent. Huh. Okay. So two more worlds.
没想到 居然真的可以跳过这么多善区。
I can't believe it. We actually skipped that many sectors. Yep. And I feel a little bit sad, but also this will be like content for years.
这些散落的时间碎片，就是洛星的过往，也是他给我划定的道路。
I just got goosebumps from this.
这条路，曾经的你是怀着什么样的心情走过的呢，雷伊拉？
This path. What feelings did you have when you walked it, Layla?
走吧。
Let's go.
你还好吗，寻梦者？
Are you okay?
那些
Dreamseeker?
善区似乎让你触动很深。
Those sectors seems to really hurt you.
有大家在，我没事。
I'm fine, because you're here. So first sector is actually not Oxia. First sector is like the primal sector, like the last sector.
马上就到入口了。
You're almost at the entrance.
按照Vita所说，
According to
在我
Vita,
进入现实与
once
梦
I
的下
step
间
into
后，
the
克拉丽和赫利
liminal
亚会
space
处于
between
时间
reality
空
and
白的
dreams,
等待
Coralie
状
and
态。
Hela will be waiting in the blanking time.
而如何打开最后一道门扉，就是我的战斗了。可是这种惴惴不安的感觉，
香贤，一击！
Vita? Oh, Vita.
立场彻底紊乱了，加快速度。
The fifth is collapsing. Move, move. Okay, so basically, we have right now we will accompanied by Hela and Coralie, but the final door we have to step ourselves. By the way, isn't this the place where Ajita was dead? Or was lying? Probably not. Doesn't it look like a little bit post-Honkai Odyssey tower? You know what? It looks post-Honkai. No, it was Sky people in post-Honkai Odyssey, right?
到底发生了什么
What in the world is going on?
Vita，
I'm worried about Vita. A place where time stands still. The liminal space between reality and dreams.
玩的还开心吗？
Still having fun?
大家最喜欢的神明，雷耶拉。
The most beloved god. Layla. Okay, I think Vita got caught. Vita got caught from Layla. That's a nice angle, by the way.
真令人惊讶，这竟然并非你的假身。你不是一向把自保放在第一位吗？不过，这无关紧要。
Well, this is a surprise. This isn't just a projection. I thought your top priority was to keep yourself safe. But I suppose that doesn't matter anymore.
你对他说了什么？
What did you tell her?
我怎么听不明白？ 他是谁？这里只有我呀。如果你是不喜欢让你真诚的朋友躺在家里休息，我可以离开。
I don't get it. Who is here? It is just me here. If having a caring friend resident at home bothers you so much, I can leave.
我已经厌倦了你伪善的嘴脸，我不需要他做多余的事，更不需要一只肮脏的老鼠插手落星的历史。
I'm done with your fake sympathy. I don't need her interference, much less a filthy rat rewriting Lishou's history.
令人伤心呀！明明是为了你，我的身体才落到如此残破不堪的境地，可我连一句真心的安慰都得不到。
Oh, saddening. My body ended up in this miserable state for you. Yet I don't even get a single word of real comfort.
我还以为你的家长教过你什么是礼节呢，毕竟我家没有嘛。
I thought your parents taught you manners. After all, I never had any myself.
尊敬的神明大人，我可是非常羡慕你对另一位神明的感情啊，那种近乎是襁褓中的婴儿才会有的依赖感。哦，我忘了。
Oh, Lady Layla, I truly do envy how deeply you were attached to that other god. That kind of dependence is normally only seen on infants. Oh, I almost forgot.
他已经死了，不是吗？
She is dead now, isn't she? We are angry.
你
You.
，Vita，
寻猫者，
Witness your own eyes the gods fall, then the gods descend. Even with Vita's warning, you were not ready for this.
身体完全动不了。
My body can't move at all.
你不该出现在此处。
You were never supposed to be here. I think we cannot skip just the levels.
违抗神明，这就是你的抉择。
Define the god? Is this your choice?
你应当明白，
You need to understand.
你从来都没有
You
选
never had a chance to begin with. Our friendship, please. Dear, someone.
Vita，你确定要这么做吗？
Vita, are you really going through with this?
事到如今开始打退堂鼓了，这可不像你啊。
Getting cold feet? That's not like you.
我只是觉得，不管成功与否，雷耶拉都不会放过你。
I just think, no matter the outcome, Layla won't let you walk away.
哎呀，我好像听出了一丝关心。放心吧，小 V 最惜命了，不会有事的。
What? Oh, was that concern I hear? Don't worry, V is way too fond of living to get herself killed.
我教给你的技巧学会了吗？我可是过来人，对这种事最轻车熟路了。
Did you learn the skills I taught you? I have done this before. It's nothing new to me, pretending that. Skill. Obey the will of the gods. Be a good child. And listen to her voice carefully. Those strange phrases flooded your mind. leaving you in confusion. What skills are those supposed to be?
说实话，你的计划在我听来是天方夜谭。不过，我还是想赌一把。
Honestly, your plan sounds like a fantasy. But I still want to take the risk.
真是乖孩子。一旦计划开始，你就随机应变吧。只是我很好奇一件事，寻梦者。
That's what I want to hear. Once it starts, think on your feet. But tell me, Dreamseeker,
你的手为什么在颤抖？
why are your hands shaking? Oh no, the sound.
这里是
Where am I?
你醒了，
You awake?
离了。你听到埋葬在记忆里的回响，于是睁开双眼。
You heard ashes buried in your memories, and your eyes snapped open.
这里是哪儿？
Where am I?
冷静下来。
Calm.
好奇怪，从刚才开始，就感觉自己的思绪不受控制。
Something is wrong. Ever since just now, my thoughts were slipping out of control.
你察觉到眼前的异样，决定先向前走。
You sensed something strange ahead, and decided to move forward.
只能随机应变了。
I have to improvise. What is this? Make your choice? Okay, we're not killing anyone.
丢舍的过往重新运转，你开始想起那些被遗忘的记忆。
Abandoned fragments
要
start.
救他吗？
Will you save him?
你犹豫地看向他，只是死亡罢
You
了。
hesitate on like a
你
team,
这
it's
样
only
想
death.
着，
You told yourself.
不，我不会见死不救。
I won't let anyone die like this. You saving? Oh, save.
你听到孩童的哭喊，可你只能救一个。
求求你，救救我！
一定来得及。你的双手会将无辜的人推入深渊。
Your hands will push an innocent.
你在篡改我的记忆。
So she let us make a choice.
时间只允许你拯救一人。
Nico, sorry.
为什么？
Make a choice, man.
没有被你选择的人会彻
No
底消失。
No! How can you treat them like they're expendable?
怎么可以被随意摆布？好难受，为什么手在颤抖？你介入了他们的命运，杀死了他们。
You interfere with their fates and kill them.
不是的，这不是我的记忆。
Those are not my memories.
身体变得好
My
重，
body feels so heavy.
不可以停下。
I cannot stop now.
你拥有了力量，也拥有了不该有的欲望。不可以都在这里。他们本拥有自己的命运，却被迫将生和死亡都牵系于你的手中。就是因为这样，所以我更要救下他们。 这才是你该有的绝望。冠冕堂皇的话语下，是什么都没能做到的你。他们的生死与你从无关系，你也与他们无关。
I'm not reading because I don't want to interrupt, but yeah.
不要过来！
Stay close.
没事，我来救。
Okay, I'm here to save. Save! Save! What should I do?
一个无关痛痒的生命该怎么做，显而易见。
A life that doesn't matter. What you should do was painfully obvious.
哦，该回应的不是你。
Oh, sorry, I wasn't talking to you.
宋雀，
怎么让咱选啊？
Why me? Why do I have to choose?
咱当然想救2个人，但是这危急关头，咱哪有那个能耐呀？
I mean, of course I want to save both, but right now, with everything happening, I can't.
哦，有人要被抛弃了。
Oh, someone is going to be left behind.
那位朗丘的姑娘，咱带她买过糕点，她的家人还接济过咱。
That girl from Langqiu. I too had to buy pastries once. Her family even helped me out before.
咱知道自己没脸皮求你原谅，但是如果咱也给你买过糕点，如果咱也记得你的话。
I know I have got no right to ask you about forgiveness. But if I bought your pastries too, if I remembered you too,
如果记得，
if you remembered me,
没关系的，我已经经历过很多次，
it's okay.
多次。
I have already been through this. Again and again.
他们嘴上说着不愿舍弃珍贵的联系，却会遗忘与你的种种牵绊。
They say they will never forget those precious bonds. But in the end, they forget everything about you.
你想守护的，就是这样一群生命。
Are these our lives you want to protect?
别分心，寻梦者。
Focus, Dreamseeker.
克拉丽，不对，
Something's not right. Coralie.
寻梦者，
Dreamseeker.
赫利亚，
我只能救一个人，
I can only save one.
他就在我面前，这次就在面前，在一伸手就能够到的地方。
She's right here. This time, she's right in front of me. Just an arm's reach away.
没事的，我
It's okay.
我也不允许让你再一次失去克拉丽。
I want you let loose Coralie again.
就好像是家人一样。
She is like family to me.
哦，不错的回应。你的记忆不全是废物。
Oh, not a bad answer. Looks like not all your memories are useless.
费尽心思让他们远离危险，一场可笑的自我感动。
All that effort of yours to keep them safe. It is just to make yourself feel noble.
他们从不会选择你，
They will never choose you.
只要你站到天平上，谁都会比你重要。
Put anyone else on the scale, and they will outweigh you.
寻梦者，你怎么在这儿？
Dreamseeker, why are you here?
别担心，寻梦者，我们这就救你出来。
Don't worry, Dreamseeker, we will get you out of here.
等一下 ，Bronya， 刚才那个瞬间 ，Kiana 的信号波动变弱了。
Wait, Bronya, at that moment, Kiana's signal weakens. Okay, I see where this is going. Yeah, we are not that... Yeah, I see where this is going. She won't just break our trust with each other. And she is kinda right. We are a stranger to all of them.
怎么可能？为什么接近寻梦只会
Was this possible? Why would getting close to Dreamseeker?
Bronya，
所以，我们才没有接到 Kiana 的讯息吗？
So that's why we never received Kiana's message.
对啊，明明该有的，为什么会？
Yeah, we should have. Why?
因为你的出现，地球的神明陷入沉睡。
Because of your appearance, the god of earth fell into slumber.
因为你的选择，金星的老鼠将自己置于死地。
Because of your choice, the rats of Venus walked to their death. Vita? Oh my god. Choose your path? Seven nails. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 nails. So we go with everyone else? Or do we go with alone? Look at the face expression, by the way. Something is wrong with our eye. Something is wrong. Medical relief. Something is wrong with our eye. We go the path alone. Because that's what we decided, right? That's what we already... that was the plan, right? Right? Enter the darkness? Wait. Or enter the light?
他们从不需要你。
They never needed you. Illusion of choice! You... Damn. Okay. Okay, I see. Well, then we enter the darkness. Droid. Perception?
无论做什么，
No
你
matter what
都
you
无
do,
法挣脱孤独的命
you
运。
will never escape the fate of being alone. Sorry, perception?
你的愿望，
Your wish.
你的选择，
Your choice.
你的行动，
Your actions. Wake? What? Destroy. 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 Come on. Come on. Come on. How many times do I have to click? Ah, come on. I can do this all day. Well, not really, no. Okay. We wake.
毫无意义。
Utterly pointless.
那场预知梦，悉数死去的缘由，你为何将其遗忘？
That premonition dream. The reason the seven shoes died. Why did you choose to forget?
因为那是你无法承受的记忆，与无相之相共鸣，让享乐死于支配。这一切的罪魁祸首并不是绝，也不是破气，而是你。
Because it was a memory you could not bear, resonating with a Morpheus face, letting pleasure die to domination. Yet one truly responsible for them was neither perception nor destruction. It was you.
操纵已逝的意识之影，令结合不得不倒悬于信徒道语中的，也是你。
You were the one who manipulated the departed shadows of sentience, forcing Union to suffer in her followers' mourning.
而破气，他从未伤害同僚，但因你换来源源不断的影碎，才不得不在死战中力竭而亡。
And destruction. She never harmed her allies. She only died of exhaustion in a desperate battle because you keep summoning shadow mayors, one after another.
至于那只狗，它想要揭穿你的行径，让你迷途知返。
Even though Nego. And that dog. It tried to expose what you were doing. It wanted to pull you back.
而你却相信自己的判断，相信影能拯救世界，甚至不惜为此将它连同白吉一并铲除。
But you choose to trust your judgment. You believe the shadow could save the world, and you destroy it, along with Baiji, without a second thought.
最后，是知晓绝真面目的你全能失控，毁灭了廊丘。
In the end, it was you who lost control of your authority after uncovering perceptions through nature, and brought ruin to Langqiu.
这就是你的预知梦，一个个时间线上的错误分支，一条条你不该走的路。它让你沉浸在错觉中，认为自己被洛星需要着。
That was your so-called premonition dream, a chain of wrong turns and alternative timelines you were never meant to walk. It misled you into thinking that Lishou needs you.
可你只是运转时间的工具，根本无法撼动时间的结局。哼，松雀还是完成了异类之役，那些老鼠也为窃取力量付出了代价。这些与数亿年前的过往分毫不差，是因为有希纳迪亚的星之环的力量，廊丘才得以降下黄道的天法，令松雀从影坛中复生。也是因为有他的星之环引导，瑞木才能迎来黎明。
But all you ever were was a gear to move time. You were never able to alter its ending. Zhanhu still completed the rite of tears, and those rats will pay for their thefts, just as it was eons ago. It was Sinadia's astral ring that summoned the Zodiac's retribution upon Langqiu, reviving Zhanhu from the pool of shadows. It was also her astral ring that guided Ruimu towards dawn.
能够左右时间运转的，始终是希纳迪亚留下的光芒。不管是那些人的生死，还是城市的命运，解题方法早已注定。
It has always been Sinadia's brilliance that shaped our curse of time. The solution were written a long time ago into the lives of those people and the fate of those cities.
你没有资格僭越。
You have no right to overstep.
回到你该行的路上，将已然运转的历史通有一道道门扉回退，或者
Go back to the path you were meant to walk. Turn back history, one door at a time. Or
杀了我，继承蕾叶拉的名字和记忆，唤醒又一个寻梦者逆流回溯。无论哪条路，他都会带你。
kill me. Take on Layla's name and memories. Awaken another Dreamseeker and send them back against the current. Either way, your path leads to
换回希纳蒂亚。
bringing Xenadia back. I'm getting so much goosebumps. Oh, the music.
这就是我无法逃离的命运。
This is the fate I can never escape. You lifted your head and looked into a face nearly identical to yours. Her eyes rested coldly on the shadow nail in her hand, so distant, empty, devoid of sorrow.
我与他本就是同一个人。
She and I, we were the same all along.
我想要找到希娜，是因为他对希娜的强烈思念。
I wanted to find Senna, because she longed for Senna so deeply. I guess the only chance to break this curse is either find Senna or forget about finding Senna.
我们的意志始终相连。
Our wills were already one and the same.
你不应该，
You shouldn't.
我不应该自以为是。
I shouldn't have been self-righteous.
寻梦者从来都只为一个目的存在。
Dreamseeker has only ever existed for one purpose.
希娜蒂亚，是因为没有希娜，
Because without Xenadia,
陆星才被阴翳笼罩。
Loshing was swallowed by shadows.
我不应该
I should not have.
妄图僭越，
Right to overreach.
我不应该
I shouldn't have.
忤逆规则，
Defied the rules.
我不应该
I shouldn't have.
以为自己可以。
Believed I could. Honkai? Yeah, thank you for the interlude chapters to give us such a ride. Wait a moment. Something did happen. Oh, okay, I see. The gloves. Man, their hands are literally identical because they have the same outfits. Makes sense.
你的声音总算停下来了，
Your voice has finally stopped.
这才不是我的意志，
This isn't my will.
怎么可能？
It cannot be. The god tried to pull her blade back. Your palm was radded, bloodied, but you wouldn't let go.
换作往常，雷耶拉不会露出这么大的破绽。难道维塔是为了这个才？
Layla would never show a weak spot like this, unless this was Vita's purpose.
为什么？你到底在执着什么？
Why? Why are you so desperate to hold on to it? This time, it was the god who was asking. And beneath her desperate fury, you hear grief. She thought the two of you had finally aligned. Same goal, same road. But that fragile dream shattered the moment it formed. This journey began with a red-haired girl. From the moment you lost her, you swore to walk this path. But now, even though you still missed her with all your heart, when the god offered you a way to find her, you resisted with everything you had. And in that moment, you realize how similar yet profoundly different you were to the god. The same hope burned in you both, fierce and unwavering. But you carried more than just that one hope. You carried every wish and memory of those who walked with you. Memories that made the god look so terribly alone.
在你眼里，预知梦只是用来控制我的手段吧？它发出偏离道路的警告，让我痛苦，让我崩溃，让我害怕孤独的命运。
To you, emotional dream was just another way to keep me in line, wasn't it? A system of warnings when I strayed from the path, making me suffer, break down, and fear into life of solitude. But then came Vita.
但曾经有很多时刻，我真的希望所有糟糕的事只是一场预知梦，希望它们从未发生过。
But there were so many times I wished it had all been a premonition dream, that none of it had ever happened.
与奇树相遇的时候，克拉丽受伤的时候，赫利亚离开的时候，还有
When I met the Seven Shoes, when Coralie got hurt, when Helia left, and
听说基亚娜仍然没有醒来的时候。
when I hear that Kiana still has not woke up.
在我面前，大家总会笑着安慰我。没关系，你已经做得很好，不必道歉。可我看得出来，这样的道路让他们很难过。
Everyone always smiled and said, "It's okay. You did your best. You don't need to apologize." But I could see it in their eyes that this path was making them sad.
在每个轮回，七叔都在为影在疲于奔命。与他们告别时，我在想，如果我是影在的源头，那假如我们从未相遇，他们会不会摆脱这个宿命，拥有过普通人生活的可能？
In every repeated cycle, the Seven Shoes burned themselves out fighting the shadow calamities. Every time I left them behind, I wondered if I really was the source of all of this. And if we had never met, maybe they could have escaped this misfortune and lived a normal life.
能无忧无虑的玩闹，和只有前辈毫无负担的插科打诨。可从廊丘到瑞木，每个人都只能跟我涉足未知的险境，而我也一直没能阻止他们受到伤害。
It would be a life of carefree laughter and silly pranks with friends and senpais. But from Langqiu to Ruimu, each of them followed me into the unknown, and I never managed to keep them safe.
那一天，赫利亚究竟哭了多少次，我都数不清了。他把自己锁在房间里，我只能听着他强忍啜泣，什么都做不了。
That day, I lost control of how many times Helia cried. She locked herself in her room, and I just sat there, listening to her sob through the door. I was powerless to do anything. Old memories flooded in, tangling with the faded phantoms. like shattered stars in a lightless night.
牙医和 Bronya， 还有德丽莎和幽兰戴尔，他们一直很坚强，但我知道，他们是在努力的让自己不流露出担忧。他们还要照顾我们这些后辈。
May Bronya, Teresa and Durandal. They have always seemed so strong, but I know they're just trying to do their best not to show their worry. They still have to take care of us juniors. By the way, the differences on the outfit, yeah, they are quite a lot. Especially this mark.
我们只认识了那么短的时间，如果可以，我想跟他们认识的再久一些。可这条路太长，重了。
We haven't ever known each other that long. If I could, I wouldn't want more time with them. But this path is so long, so somber.
你的手为什么在颤抖？
Why are your hands shaking?
因为我知晓了选择的重量，迈出每一步的代价。我的前路将要背负起不止一人的未来。
Because I have come to understand that each choice really costs. Every step forward carries not just my future, but theirs too.
大家给了我那么多帮助，不管是为了他们还是我自己，我都想做得更好，让每一次的选择无愧于心。
Everyone's done so much for me. For them, and for myself, I want to do better. I want every decision I make to be one I can stand by.
为什么你会觉得自己做得到？你明明和我一样，是满身缺陷的失败品。
What makes you think you can pull it off? You're just like me. Flawed, broken, a failure.
你才是。为什么总是在否定自己？是你的恐惧让隐灾肆虐。你究竟在害怕些什么？
And you? Why do you always tear yourself down? It was your fear that gave the shadow calamity room to grow. So tell me, what are you so afraid of?
你试图让我相信我是你的道具，你的影子，不该有自己的思考，自己的选择。可能明明是你一直在对自己做的事啊。
You tried to make me believe I was just your puppet, your shadow, that I didn't deserve to think or choose for myself. But isn't that exactly how you treat yourself?
不管是神明，还是系统最高管理员，哪怕你是我的创造者，也无权代表我的意志。
Whatever you are God or the system administrator, even if you created me, that doesn't mean you can speak for me.
我的家人们、朋友们、温柔的前辈们，已经教会了我如何看待我是谁。
My family, my friends, and my kind senpais, they taught me how to see who I am.
决定我成为谁的，不是我无法改变的出身，而是这一路的冒险，还有我自己的想法。
What defines me is not my origin that I have no control over, but this adventure and my own thoughts.
我想要找到希娜，是出于我自己的意志，与你无关，更不需要按你的路走。
I want to find Senna because I feel the need to. It has nothing to do with you, and I'm not following your path you have laid out.
我会按我自己的意志，一路向前。
I will go forward on my own terms. Yes. Such familiar words. Long ago, a gentle voice said this very same thing to herself.
我家小磊爷来肯定可以的呀。
Of course, my little Layla can do it.
为什么小磊爷拉要反反复复的说自己做不到呀？总是这么说，万一你自己相信了怎么办？
But why do you keep saying you can't, little Layla? If you say it enough times, you might actually start to believe in it.
因为我真的做不到，我没有希纳迪亚那么厉害，我不可能比希纳迪亚厉害。
Because I really can't. I'm not like Senadia. I will never be as amazing as Senadia.
你在说什么呀？小蕾耶拉早就比我棒多了，没发现这件事的可是只有你一个呢。
What are you talking about? My little Layla, already way more amazing than me. You are the one who has not noticed it yet.
不，希纳迪亚才是最完美的，我永远都不可能超越希纳迪亚，不可能，不可以。
No, that's not true. Senadia is perfect. I can never surpass Senadia, and I shouldn't.
你这孩子真是的，虽然你这么夸我让我很开心，但总是这么自我否定，我会担心小蕾耶拉的。
Ah, you silly girl. It is sweet that you look up to me so much, but if you keep beating yourself up like this, I'm going to start worrying.
我没事的，因为希纳迪亚会一直在我身边，所以不会有事。
Issue in the heart? Oh, it was always the issue in the heart. Okay. I will be okay, because Senadia will stay with me, so nothing will go wrong.
可是蕾耶拉，我希望有一天能看到你按自己的意志一路向前，因为那才是前往未来的路呀。
But Layla, I hope that someday I will see you go forward of your own accord, because that is the road that leads to the future.
可是，希纳迪亚，我不可以。
But Senadia, I can't.
前进的路总是很艰难，我比任何人都清楚。
The road ahead is never easy. I know that better than anyone.
我犹豫过，痛苦过，但一次都没有想过要放弃。
I have hesitated. I have suffered. But never once did I think about giving up.
因为这是身边的人教会我的，是他们身体力行告诉我，只要前进就会有收获，就一定好过毫无作为的停留在原地。
Because the people around me taught me through their actions that moving forward always leads to something. So it's certainly better than standing still and doing nothing.
这是我的选择，
This is my choice.
我才不是
I'm not
你的人偶。
your puppet.
你在吸收我的力量，那只老鼠又教你些无聊的小把戏。
You're draining my power. That rat taught you useless tricks again. It's so similar to Vita.
蕾耶拉，也许我仍然在做错误的决定，也许这一切徒劳无功。
Layla, maybe I'm still making the wrong choices. Maybe all of this will be in vain.
但是，我究竟能做到什么程度？现在就交出答案。
As for how far I can really go, I will deliver my answer now.
现在就交出答案，
Delivering my answer now?
可不像谨慎认真的蕾耶拉会做的事。
It's not something that cautious Layla would normally say. Oh, don't end it. Don't end it. No. Her power remains cold, dim and lonely, enchanting through the long years. You had thoroughly prepared yourself to seize the faintness glimmer of hope in your wrestle with Layla. except for one period. However, Dreamseeker? Eyes are normal. That's an idea.
这是
New form? This is?
好温暖的力量。
This power feels so warm. Like a blinking firefly. Like bathing in the downlight.
Vita 不在这里，希望她顺利逃掉了。
Vita isn't here. I hope she got out safely. We are literally tilting us to the last stage. Man, I kinda wish that we go through step by step, but at the same time it will take so long going through this whole system step by step. Like countless forces that want to move forward are slowly lifting your hand. Oh, you know what? The other step-by-step stages can be events.
这就是最后的门扉，
This is the final gate.
该走了。
It's time to go. The power remained cold, dim, and lonely throughout the long years, except for one period, however. Of course, I don't think she would meet you in that state. After all, that's the version of herself she most wants to forget.
“寻梦者，寻梦者，这里可不允许睡觉。”怎么回事？进善区前还好好的呀。
啊！你醒啦？来自未来的小瞌睡虫。
Oh my god! Yet the stars still sparkle. So this is the end of the chapter? Oh, what a chapter! What a chapter!
交给我吧。
Oh my god. They literally cheated us to the end.
要去哪里呢？
Ooh. Well. Yeah. As I already mentioned, if you're only doing Honkai Pact Third, it's kinda bad that we have such a extended patches. Because like for this moment where the story really keeping up, you kinda wanna go progress further, right? But now you have to wait 60 days. And yeah, I think they can make events out of this other stages. But yeah, looks like we are back to... By the way, we saw Senadia in her dress, by the way. So we are on the stage with the dress.
对于外面的世界
I hope Vita is okay. Interesting. Yeah, that will be wrapping up this episode of Chapter 9, the final episode of 9EX. I don't know how long they will keep the game ongoing, by the way. But it looks like we will be here for many years. Okay, this is a long project. A very long project. And I'm getting better at presenting it, I would say. Yeah. I will be thanking you for watching, listening. I wish you a good day, night, afternoon, and see you in some other part, episode, event, open world exploration, something Honkai Pact 3 related, or maybe something else.